Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to keep things a little bit interesting. I know it's been a while since my last video, so I'm going to share with you something really important, something I've been working on, something I've been researching into, some really good utility projects that I think have the potential for the future of cryptocurrency in general. I know in my previous video we mostly focused on meme coins. We talked about different meme coins, we talked about different practices. We also talked about where to find the meme coins and how to find the wells that actually provides you with the best place. Well, today we're going to go into something a little bit more stable. Yes, what I mean by stable is that these projects are not pump and dumps. They're actually backed by real projects. They have some real incentives behind them. They've got a team, they've got funding, they've got all the best things to actually make them work. In general, these are projects that have the potential to do 1000x, 100x, but not in a short period of time, obviously, but over a long period of time. And sometimes they are the best bets for your money, the best bets for your investment, and in general, the best bets for your long-term portfolio. So today we're going to look into a particular project called Agridex. Well, Agridex is a project that intertwines and interconnects agricultural proceeds, agricultural sector with the blockchain space. How amazing is that, guys? How freaking amazing is that? Yes, you can get the best agricultural commodities on the blockchain today because of projects like Agridex. And of course, yes, they plan to be in the game for a long time, unlike the typical pump and dump schemes found in meme coins. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into Agridex. We're going to find out what they're about. We're going to look into some funding, and we're also going to find some really amazing things about them. So in general, Agridex has been transforming the $3 million global food and agricultural sector by connecting the integration of blockchain technology and DeFi. So it allows for seamless and global real-world assets marketplace where farmers, suppliers, and buyers can generally trade agricultural goods with unmatched efficiency and transparency. So the most interesting thing about Agridex is that it actually leverages AI-driven analytics, self-executing smart contracts, and high put-through transactions mechanisms to maximize costs, optimize liquidity, and drive seamless user experiences. Let's just look into the platform and just see what it's all about. So this is the Agridex platform, and as you can see, they're responsible for bringing the $2.7 trillion agricultural market on chain. And yes, that is the most impressive thing. So you can actually get more information about what they're actually doing from the CEO of Agridex. You can go through the platform, you can learn all about it and know about the team as well. And you can also check out their white paper here. I actually did this myself and just went through it a little bit just to know what they're all about. All the best information is in here. So anytime you're checking out utility projects in general, it's always good to seek out for a white paper which generally gives you an overview of what platform is generally all about. So as you can see, they actually built from the team in Citadel, Goldman Sachs, Solana, Deutsche Bank, Google, and even DeepMind. So pretty impressive. And one of the best things about their platform is the ability to integrate a digital marketplace that offers instant low-cost settlements and supply chain transparency across entire agricultural value chain. So that generally means that it makes the entire distribution chain between suppliers, distributors, retailers, and even the stores entirely seamless and of course on-chain. So what does this mean? So generally it means that first of all we have reduced transactions, we have an almost instant transactional time, and also the reduction of fraud, great assurance and visibility, governance on compliance, fair access to everybody, and of course is actually on the Solana blockchain. So pretty impressive stuff, guys. And this is how you actually find out what a platform is all about. You have to check out as well, apart from their website, what other platforms are they also published on. They actually featured on a number of platforms, on a number of news platforms, and we've got some over here: World Bank, we've got the Block, we've got Coindex, and the rest. So this gives you a lot of ideas that this platform is actually backed and has a lot of money for marketing, which is virtually what you want to make sure of, because you don't want to be investing in a project that doesn't have any sort of funding or doesn't have any sort of way for them to get their product out. So this actually tells you that these guys are here to stay. And as you can see, we can go through here in order for us to know about the team and meet the team behind the project. So we have Henry Duckworth. He is the CEO of Agridex, and he has had experience in trading and agricultural investments across multiple jurisdictions. So that actually gave gave him the idea about bringing Agridex to the blockchain platform and making it accessible to everybody, but not just accessible, but seamless. So this is important to understand. We've got other we've got other members of the team. We've got the chief strategy officer. We've got the chairman of Agridex, David Campbell, and we've got other members of the team as well. So this looks like a pretty good and amazing project. And of course, I've been looking into them for a while. I was mostly interested in their transport and logistics part. So virtually, we're looking at a project over here, Imperial Shipping. Let's just look into them a little bit. So Imperial Logistics, yeah, I think they're actually responsible for logistics and moving commodities from one place to another. And they actually got involved with Agridex, as you can see, having an annual turnover of over $2.5 billion while trading on the Agridex platform. And as you can see their overall transaction fees. That's around $7.2 million. So the most interesting thing about projects like this is that they actually have a lot of potential for growth, because these projects actually serve a real world purpose. So this is not like some of the meme coins that virtually doesn't have any meaning or have any intrinsic value to it, except just a whole lot of pump and dumps. But these projects virtually intertwines and combines blockchain technology with real world assets like agriculture, like oil, like gold, and even real estate. So that's some of the interesting things that can make you look into working with utility tokens in general. And as you go further on the media page, you can see them on Forbes, Cointelegraph, and Crypto News. They've got a lot of things they're actually working on, and you can go through it and you can read it. Going forwards, they also have got a foundation. So it says here, Agridex believes that education is the key to transforming peoples on better production of food. So over 5% of Agridex international profits will be donated to Agridex Foundation for educating farmers and promoting sustainable agriculture. So that is pretty interesting to look into, guys. They're virtually not just behind, like most of the meme coin developers that are actually just behind their computers, just launching and pumping tokens and then just dumping it. These are actually people out there putting in the work, putting in the sweat to actually bring something substantial to the crypto space. And of course, you can go through this on your own personal time and just find out why you personally want to go into this. But personally, I believe this is a great project and this is an amazing project. And I personally have had the chance to get into this project a little bit early enough than this. And one of the ways I actually used to find this project was through Crunchbase. So what's actually interesting about Crunchbase is that Crunchbase gives you insights. It also actually gives you financials. It gives you more news and actually gives you technology on a particular company. So it helps you to understand what's the growth rates of this company. Of course, you can use a free trial or you can buy whatever you want. But generally, this is how I actually find some of the best projects. And I was able to enter this project early enough when it actually started pumping around November of 2024. And so far right now, we're in 2025 and it's looking a little bit stable. It's not dumping. So that's actually a very good growth score that you want to be looking at. So if you look at this over here, you can look, actually came in around November 24 and we just around here right now. So we actually May 25 and it's looking pretty strong. And that's actually the growth performance in this last quarter. So another thing that actually makes me have a very strong conviction about projects like this is that they might actually have a chance for getting another set of funding again. They previously raised over $9 million in 2024. Yes, at a $28.5 million valuation. So that's actually impressive. And I believe they're going to go for the next funding stage again. So which is actually a really good time for you to actually get in as well and ride the train upwards. So this is how I also find different projects and also other utility projects as well. But we're not going to go deeper into them, but it's just going to give you an idea about how I actually find companies and projects that you can invest in personally and actually make a buck for your money. All right, guys, so after going through Agridex, a lot of you guys have gotten a clue about the project, what it stands for and what it actually represents. So this is what I'm going to give out to you guys just as a take back for you to think about when you're actually looking for the best projects to actually invest in. You need to understand their entire market dynamics. What part of the market share are they actually targeting? How big is that market share? So in the case of Agridex, they're mostly focusing on agriculture in general. So that gives you the incentive, that gives you the idea that this is actually long-term play. It's something that people actually need. And because of that, it converts to a good investment. Of course, guys, going forwards, this is not financial advice. And everything I've mentioned in this video is all about research, is all about doing my own research, getting more information, and virtually just communicating in different communities and dropping what I understand and believe about the future of projects like this. So it's actually up to you to do your own research generally, and of course ask questions. Always ask questions. Feel free to hop in the Telegram, hop in the Discord, ask questions about anything you want to understand about finding utility projects like this. And yes, I'm going to see you guys in the next video.